Hello, Yana.
Hello.
Uh,
Hello, Andrea.
Thank you for accepting to talk about what is happening there in Ukraine. Tell me, where are you now? In what city?
Thank you, Andrea, for contacting me. I'm happy to share more about the situation. I'm not happy to share it, but I'm happy that I have this opportunity to share what's going on in Ukraine and what terrible situation is here. I'm in Bucha. It is a small city, small town next to Kyiv. It's 20 kilometers from the north. It's 20 kilometers in the north from Kyiv.
Where are you now? I can see that you are in some sort of shelter.
Yes, I'm in the basement, and there are like 15 people. Around 15 people, and there are four children.
Yeah.
These people are people who live in this building, and the basement. People who live here have basement, and we hide here.
I understand. So you are in the basement of a block.
Yes.
Okay. So how many families are there?
Around 4 families. These people who didn't leave the city when we had an opportunity, we didn't leave because it was super suddenly, and we didn't expect that Russia will attack us as Hitler at 5 a.m. in the morning. Many people left to the western part of Ukraine, but it was hard to leave as there are a lot of traffic of cars. So we decided to stay here.
When you woke up in the first night of the attack, you heard bombs, or what did you hear?
The first bombs. Bombs. Yes. I woke up at 6 a.m. because my friend called me and she said, "Yana, wake up!" Yana, the war had started, and it was super terrible because you just wake up at 6 a.m. It was my first holiday, my first free day, because the previous 10 days I was working, so I expected sleep until 12 and enjoy life. But I woke up at 6 because of my friend's call, and she told me that the war started, and I said, "Oh, maybe you are wrong." And she said, "No, because there are bombs in all over the Ukraine, because Russia attacked and attacked the airplanes." Airports in the western part of Ukraine, in the central part of Ukraine, in the south and in the east. So it was all around Ukraine, and it was terrible. We have access to our apartment, and the first three nights we were sleeping in the apartment, as our basement wasn't proper, and it was super cold, and it is super cold and super not comfortable as the basement is. It's not meant to be for sleeping and for living, and it was super cold, and we didn't want to stay here, but then now last 3 nights we sleep here, as it is more convenient and it is more safe, as we hear bombs often, super often. For you to understand, our city it is small, but it is in the north from Kyiv. like Russian soldiers go from the Belarus to the south to Kyiv through Bucha and Gostomel, Irpin. So we are attacked by soldiers, artillery.
Yes,
artillery.
I understand. Did you see the Russian army or the tanks of the Russian army soldiers?
I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I haven't seen any soldier or any tank. I cannot imagine the situation if I will see face to face a Russian soldier. I cannot imagine my reaction to this. Maybe I will be angry and I would like to kill this person. I don't know, or maybe I will be so desperate and so exhausted to cry and just die by myself. I cannot imagine I'm so afraid to face a soldier. Like, it is the biggest fear to face it face to face. And also there were fights in the city center of Bucha, so it is like 2 kilometers from me. Yes, and also just before you called me, like 20 minutes ago, we heard gunshots. We heard it, and we closed our door to basement from the inside. Because we always heard like grats, we heard bombs that or some these systems that protect the sky, Ukrainian systems that protect the sky. They also make some sound, so we often people hear those sounds that protect us. That still is super scary. We have access to our apartment, but we don't want to go there as it's like a open area and you can be shot. Like 3 days ago, two rockets landed in the nearest building to mine, and a neighbor was walking outside for his needs, just walking, and the first rocket was far from him, and it didn't explode, but the second one exploded a bit, and he was injured, and we found out that there is a military doctor living next to us, so he helped him. And then we changed, like we need to change his stuff, yes, change in 1 day, but we couldn't take out glass that was inside of his body, so like during next day we needed to move him to hospital. And luckily there was one volunteer, like there was local savers. I don't know how to say it, but there are two forces that save Ukraine. It is Ukrainian army, but also it is territory protectors, let's say it like that, just men who volunteers, and they are saving and protecting cities by themselves, like just like volunteers, but they are not soldiers officially. And they came to us and they took it to the hospital. So it was okay, and he is alive now. But it was super scary because it was my first time that I saw this this process, and I saw the first time injured man. And when we were changing, I thought that I needed to talk to him. So we were talking about his grandchildren, because it was super painful for him, so we wanted to distract him. And I talked with him, and we talked with him about his grandchildren, that live in Turkey, in Ukraine, in Donbass. But everything is fine with neighbor now.
Do you have enough food to eat there? Do you have enough supplies?
Yes. We have our own food, but also there was one how to say it, humanitarian help, or
yes,
like help that like volunteers help us and brought food for the whole our building, for all buildings here, because there are 4 buildings. So we have food, but for sure we are so stressed and we're so afraid that sometimes we cannot eat. And my friend, my boyfriend and me and his relatives, we weigh ourselves and we lose kilograms because of stress, and we couldn't eat. We cannot eat.
And water? You have water?
Yes, we do have water, but during these 8 days, there was 2 days that we didn't have water, tap water, because Russia attacked and destroyed stuff with water connection, so it was destroyed for 2 days. And then we don't have, so now we have water, but we don't have hot water, just cold. And also we don't have gas, and we cannot heat our houses.
Okay.
Yes, we cannot heat our houses. Then also 2 times the mobile connection is super low, because we have a few companies like Kyivstar, and the tower of Kyivstar connection was destroyed. So we for 4 days we didn't have it. We didn't have connection. Also we didn't have internet, because cable was destroyed by Russians as well. And our one private company, Best, it's called Best. It was how to say it, normalizing connection and repairing the cable when even it was bombing. And there is a photo that everything is so destroyed, but man just repairing cable for internet for people, because it's so important to be connected to others.
Yes, that's true.
So these people inspired me so much, because they were just repairing when bombs are landing, and everything is so there are soldiers and they're
Is the basement heated? Do you have heat there in the basement, or it's cold?
Yes, we have, it is not cold, because there are some people, so we make it warm. Of course, breathing, and also we have a few heats, our personal heats.
Okay, but you don't have gas there?
We don't have gas.
But you sent me some nice pictures with some breads.
Yes, we a wife of my my friend is baking bread by herself. It's so beautiful and so delicious. It's the most delicious bread that I have ever tried.
And she prepared it there in the basement?
No, not in the basement, but in the flat.
Okay, in the flat. So
I can show you a bit what I see.
Yes.
Children.
Yes. besides your boyfriend and his family, do you also have relatives there or friends?
I don't have relatives here, but no, there are no my relatives, just my boyfriend and his brother and his wife.
And your parents, you know about them?
Yes, I know about my parents. They live in one city, Cherkasy. They attack this city, but less, like because it's they don't attack it because there are no strategic objects there. They attack another city close to this, like Smila, because there are military office. So they attack those. That city is more safe, but I have relatives who live in Kherson, and it's this city like terribly attacked. Like people living like sitting in bomb shelters like all the time, and even don't go outside. And my uncle has 3 children, and children like 2 years, like not 2 but like 5 years old, and they stay in the bomb shelter like all the time because Russian soldiers are already in the city and they are attacking it. I want to mention that for us it's super important to emphasize on the information that Russian soldiers, they attack civilians and civilian people because already 2,000 of civilians are killed in the war, like during these 8 days. Just 2,000 people, and like just for what? For us it's like terrible. Yes, 2,000. And also like it's the most important message that we want to send to the world, that Russians came to us, Russians came to our land. There is only one truth. We are staying at home and we are protecting our home. They are soldiers on our land.
In Bucha, are the shops still open?
No, everything is closed. It's impossible to buy anything, and to buy anything, any pills or medical.
Yes, medicine.
Like medical stuff. Yes, and also like anything that like we need, we cannot buy. Also, I came here like I knew about some percentage that the war can start, but I don't have a lot of personal stuff for myself, like because I don't live here. I live in Kyiv, like in Kyiv, so I don't have a lot of my personal stuff.
Okay, so when the war started, you were in Kyiv when the war started?
No, I already was in my boyfriend's home.
I see.
Like yes. Also, it's important for us to say that there is huge Russian propaganda, huge, because of all fronts. Russian people, they know nothing about the war. Nothing. They don't believe. I know the story. One of my online friends from Lviv, from the western part of Ukraine, she talked with her dad, and she told him, "Oh, Daddy, like there is war, and Russia attacks us with bombs and etc." But he says, "Oh, daughter, don't. Are you okay? Are you crazy? Like it's impossible to happen." And he doesn't believe. Just dad doesn't believe to his daughter.
So they are Russians. That she is Russian. And she lives in Ukraine.
No, I believe that she's Ukrainian. She lives in Lviv. She's from my hometown, Cherkasy. and she lives in Lviv. I was living in Lviv for 4 years also, and her dad lives in Russia. And many, like some Ukrainians go to Russia for work, and believe me, it is huge propaganda, huge. And it's like I talked to some of my Russian friends, like not I don't have Russian friends, but I talked to some Russians, and they don't believe. Just they don't know that it's happening. If you remember how Soviet Union was behaving with their Russian Red Army during the Second World War, they just were sending people, and they won just because they were having a lot of people, and they don't like life means nothing for them. People means nothing for them. They just send people to kill them. For us, it's terrible to see that how Putin regime is not even against of us, but Putin regime is against of Russian Federation people, from Russia for Russia people, because it destroys their country. Their soldiers, they don't have motivation. They don't have motivation to fight. They don't have sense to fight. They don't have. They even many soldiers. I believe don't know why they came here. They didn't know where they were going, so they don't have motivation to fight. But Ukrainian army are protecting Ukrainian women and protecting Ukrainian land and Ukrainian children. So we have will, and I can promise you, if we will lose something, like all Ukrainian nation will fight. I'm ready to fight. Just I want to be the first one, because there are army, but I cannot imagine me living in Russia Federation. I better I won't live like ever than I will live in Russia Federation. Like I will not live in Russia Federation. Like it's something that I will never accept, and I will never live there, because it's like it's I don't know. I better die than I will live in Russia Federation.
You said that your boyfriend is from Donbass and that he came he came to Bucha 8 years ago.
Yes. He and his brother are from Donbass and from Alchevsk. He entered university in Kyiv, so he has been living here for more than 8 years. And I know that his mother lives there in Alchevsk already. Like still, she lives there.
Yes.
And it's like there is nothing good. There is nothing good. They don't have a normal life. They like it is nothing. There is nothing good. And many people. There are two kinds of people. Mainly, people don't want to live there. People don't want to join the Russia Federation, because they know how shitty it is because of Putin regime, and also like they know the truth. You know, I'm looking at sorry for off top. I'm looking at one woman, and I see that she's pregnant. And there is also like I think that it's a neighbor that she's pregnant on the 7th month. So I'm sure that it is her, but yeah, I see a pregnant woman, and I'm super sad, because I'm not even sad. I'm super angry. I'm super angry that they came to our land, and
so now you have.
Yes.
This woman is with you in the basement that is pregnant.
Yes, I saw her.
Okay.
Yes, because I haven't seen her before, but maybe she just joined us, or maybe came from another basement.
Yes.
So there are two kind of people that are pro-Ukrainian, so they are for Ukraine, and also there are some people that are pro-Russian, that they really want to live in Russia. But please, you can live in Russia, just leave us. Like take your bag, go to railway station, and you are there just in 1 hour.
So how long did you say that? For how long are you staying there? Are you staying there for how long? How many days?
In the basement?
Yes.
We are staying in the basement like already 3 days, but also like maybe 4 days or 5. It's hard to count because for me it's like it is like 4 months. I already think that it's months. It's a month, but we are staying here like maybe 5 days because first 3 days we were not going to the basement. We were just staying in our flats, but then it was getting more dangerous, so we decided to stay here. And like the last 3 days we stay here 24 hours.
And what did you take with you when you went in the basement? What things?
We took blankets. We took blankets. We took our like stuff to cook. We have food, blankets, warm stuff, and also there is one guinea pig. If you know what is this?
No.
I will. I can show to you.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yes, yes, I know.
And it's what we have.
Yes.
Look how terrible it is. It's super terrible. And I can tell you that it's super hard to breathe because it's basement. It's hard to breathe.
Okay, so the air is not very good.
Yes, air is not clean, and now I'm like when I'm talking to you, like I talk more and I breathe more, and it's like even like hard.
Yeah. No. Are there other animals there? I think you sent me some pictures with some cats.
Like a lot of my friends asking me, "Oh, Yana, why you are not leaving?" First of all, it's super dangerous to leave because fights are super close. Fights are here, just in our city, so it's impossible for us to leave. But also, my boyfriend's brother, they have 4 cats. I love cats as well, and they said that we won't leave without our cats. Yes, but we have because cats are super important, and it's terrible to live without cats. But we have a lot of story. There are one neighbor that just left their cat inside of apartment, and they close it. So there is a cat closed in the apartment. But we broke, when there is a door, you can look through the door.
Yeah.
And we broke a part of the door, and we put water through this hole, and we put food for this cat through the door.
Yes, that's impressive. For how long do you think you have supplies? For how many days?
I think that like there are more people. It makes me scared because I'm really scared because of food, and maybe we don't have enough because I see more people like each day. Like I don't know why how it's happening, but there are more people each day.
The food, and you said that part of the food was yours, and everybody brought some food.
Yes, and also help from volunteers.
Yes.
I believe we have food like for sure for 10 days we have it. or a week.
And after then, do you need, I think, humanitarian help? If
I think for sure, yes. For sure, yes.
Because the shops are closed, you said, and
yes, everything is closed. And if the situation won't change, we for sure need humanitarian help.
The ATMs, the banks are closed. Can you take out money from ATMs?
Luckily, we have cash, so we didn't try. But also ATMs are in the center, so we didn't try to take out money. But I believe there are no cash. If there was a cash, it's already taken by people like a week ago, and now it's impossible to take money.
What are you eating usually now there?
Like some neighbors, one neighbor are cooking soups, so it's super delicious. Also, we eat. We have some sweets. Luckily, I love sweets. We have sweets. We drink a lot of tea. Brother's wife are cooking bread, so we have bread. Also, what we are eating? We eating some sandwiches with we eat sandwiches with sausages. And so we have some dried soup that we can cook like in 20 or 30 minutes.
Yes.
So we have some of them. Me and my boyfriend loves it during the normal life. So a week ago I told him, please buy it. Maybe the war will come and we will have it and it will save us. So we have it, but not a lot, not much, just seven packages.
Yes. So you said that the war was a shock to you. You didn't expect.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was shocked for me because I'm happy that US were informing us about the possibility, and US were doing a lot of stuff to help us and to inform us, but we didn't believe it was still it was shocked that it truly happened, as it's impossible, it was impossible for us, because in Russia they say that, oh, we are brothers, we love you, you are our brother, you are our sister, and we want to protect you, we want to help you, but your bombs on our civilians, it is not a help.
Yes. So
your bombs on our children, it's not a help. So
what did you do before the war? What was your job?
I am PR manager. I'm junior PR manager in one educational consulting firm, and we are working with businesses.
Do you have a place to charge your laptop, your phone?
Yes. Now we can charge our batteries, but if the electricity will be turned off, it will be super terrible, as we cook our food with electricity.
Okay, can you show me how you cook your food?
We cook it in our apartment. We cook it in our apartment, but also do you know this? Do you know this stuff? And if it will be super dangerous, we cannot cook. Otherwise, if it won't be any electricity, and also if it will be no electricity, we will be rats in the basement, basically. We will be like rats. I cannot imagine sitting the whole day in the darkness.
Yes. I hope it won't come to that.
Yes, thank you. I hope it won't come also.
What do you know about the people in the city? Is anybody working? Is anybody still going to work, or everybody's hiding now?
In other cities or in our city?
In your city. What do you know about Bucha?
I believe, I'm sure that nobody works. There is only hospitals are working, or police or army, something like that, like super necessary now.
Yes.
But nobody works. Everybody hides, and there is no work, and it's truly speaking, it's impossible to work.
And tell me, how old are you? Because I didn't ask before.
I'm 23 years old.
Okay, that's a nice age. I'm very sorry that you have to go through this.
Truly speaking, frankly speaking, I couldn't imagine that I will go through the war, and I will experience a war when I'm 23 years old. It's like,
yes.
But also, I wanted to say that it's so important to mention also that, for example, my boyfriend is super angry, as it's not 1 day, it's not 8 days that the war is going on. It is already 8 years that the war going on, and Russia attacked us, and Russia came to our land, and their soldiers are on Ukrainian territory.